What's good? What's going on? Most info operators and agencies stay broke because they'll work with absolutely anybody who replies to a single Instagram DM. And that's exactly how you end up busy with nightmare clients who can't actually pay shit. We work right now with clients doing 50k a month, all the way to 100k a month, even pushing past 200k per month with their info offers. And I put a few examples here because I know a lot of people like to bullshit online. I've also helped literally hundreds of people at this point, operators and agencies, land their own dream clients after being stuck for weeks, months, even years too, not knowing what to do, having shiny object syndrome, moving around with different businesses, but they finally worked with us and landed their dream clients and made some cash. And no, it's not because I'm known, I've got a huge audience and all these advantages. It's literally just because I know how to find them and filter them and then help them straight up print. When I started, I was literally invisible. No audience, no inbound, no leverage, and I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere too, by the way. One, I'm in the UK, which there's not really much info, guys, anything in the coaching space over here, at least in comparison to anywhere else in the world. And not only that, I'm also in the top half in the northeast, in the middle of nowhere, nothing around us, literally nothing. Everybody's going to be down here. I'm sure you'll know it in London, maybe in Manchester or something. But yeah, completely out of the way. No networking, no connections, nothing. I learned all of this stuff that I'm going to be talking about today by working with bad clients first, wasting time, investing thousands into information and resources, plus I've tried and tested multiple different businesses before. But even after all that, I just thought, fuck it, and decided to give away everything to you around finding banger clients that print cash, giving you it all for free, and that's what we're doing today. So in this video, I'll show you how I identify dream clients that print stupid money way before outreach, that whole process even starts. The exact filters I use to avoid broke, time-wasting offers, and how to qualify people with our methods and tools that we use, so you only work with elite clients that already sell. And you can literally follow along and start implementing all of this today. Follow the full blueprint. So firstly, here's what most people get wrong when it comes to this. Too many of you are desperate. You'll work with anyone who replies to a single DM, even if they're maybe broke, unscalable, or just a complete nightmare. They end up stuck with, let's say, $500 retainers or some shitty rev share, clients who ghost after 2 weeks, or people who want you to build their entire business while they post some random TikTok laid in bed. And you are so down bad right now, desperate for it. The real problem, you don't have a system for finding the right clients, so you'll take on anybody. You're just hoping someone good will magically appear in your DMs, but the operators who print stupid money are picky. They only work with clients who have leverage, proof, and the hunger to scale. And another key point for that is you need to know how to filter for that. It's all good saying good clients, but some of you don't know what a good client is and what that looks like. And we're going to be breaking that down today. So firstly, this is my complete client hunting and qualification system. Finding prospects is only half the battle. You need to qualify them hard. So firstly, my 5-point qualification system. I'm going to go left to right here. Firstly, we've got audience quality. So if people are engaging, they've got a killer audience, we want to get involved, of course. But if they've got fake, spammy bot followers like this, with random usernames and spammy emojis like some AI bot, then obviously stay the fuck away, okay? Secondly, you've got offer clarity. Have they got a killer offer, or can you build them a killer offer based on what they've got right now, what they do, what they teach, and obviously their audience, their ICP? Number 3, do they have proven results? I've got all these results. I've only got a very small following. And even with just that and the amount of people we work with, I still manage to get killer results, way more results than anybody else in the space with such a small audience and such a small offer, but we still kill it. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for people who actually deliver a good product, deliver a good offer, and get results. And that's somebody you can work with and you can scale with. Business hunger. Do they have the drive to actually do this shit? They have the passion. They're not just looking for some quick cash and an easy way out of the business they're doing. You never want to get involved with people like that. And lastly, but not least, financial capacity. Can they pay you? Can they maybe pay for ads and things like that in the future when you come into scale? Maybe you need them to pay for an editor, designs. If they have no cash and no financial capacity, it isn't going to work. But that is pretty much it. All 5 things that I want you to look at least at the start, when it comes to qualifying clients to work with. Now, if they fail 2 or more of these, of course, move on. Forget about it. But if they pass all 5, then you've found a fucking gold mine. And anywhere in between, okay, we can work on that. So method 1 for finding clients, now you've qualified them, you know what you're looking for, you want to use manual keyword hacking. So most people search online, and people tell you to search online for business coach, fitness mentor, anything like that. I use pain solution keywords, long tail keywords, go look that up, that real buyers use. So some examples of that might be how I stop binge eating, how can I lose weight fast, best ways to invest, how do I make money online, I want to quit my 9 to 5, how do I get more dates as a man? And even these are super broad to give you the examples, but we're going to get into how you can go even more advanced than this as we move forward here. You can search, different search terms, long tail keywords, just like these on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, and see who's making content that solves these problems. These are the creators and coaches who attract buyers, not just followers. They're not trying to do some entertaining bullshit dancing on camera. They're trying to sell something. So if I search up best ways to invest, for example, I'm going to find these guys, all giving me tips how to invest. And then straight away, I click on this guy, teaching financial freedom. Oh, he's got a link in his bio. Great. Oh, it's a funnel. He's doing a webinar. You see? Straight away, we found somebody. Method 2 is layered prospecting. So don't just stop at the basic search terms, because that's what everybody else does. You need to use the 4-layer method. So layer 1 is the basic keyword search. See above, I've just talked about it. Layer 2, the layer beneath that, is where you basically use Instagram. You can use YouTube too through a tool or something similar, like SimilarTube. There's tons of kind of YouTube extensions and things you can use. But basically what we're doing is we're utilizing the suggested accounts feature. Now, like I say, suggested accounts, I'm sure you've seen it. It's a native feature inside Instagram, but you can kind of find it on other platforms too, whether it's native or you have to use a Chrome extension or something similar. But then you click on that, you open it up, and chances are it's going to show you more creators and coaches who are perfect in that niche because it's recommending people based on that first person that you found. You can also look who's in their comment section, who's engaging with them, right? Do they have friends in the space or people they know in the space? People probably network in the space, in the niche that they're in. So if you're looking at a trader, for example, there is going to be other successful traders most likely in that comment section. So take a look. Then we don't stop there. Layer 3. Who do they follow? Who's in their DMs? Who's in their stories? So you go one layer deeper here. You want to be looking at who's tagging them in posts, who's liking their shit, who are they liking posts of, who are they following, right? Who are they posting up? Go through their highlights. You're doing a deep analysis on their page, depending on what platform it is, to find other people. And then layer 4, lastly, is the deep network analysis. This is who's in their mastermind, who's at their events, who's in their testimonials, just who is their kind of squad, right? Their gang, who do they roll out with? People usually have, like I said, a network, a community, a group of even in real life friends, whatever it might be, that they do shit with, that are in the same space as them, probably at similar size to them, even bigger sometimes. And that is sometimes how we all land and help our students land some of the best clients ever. It's an accident because they're originally trying to land this guy with, let's say, 3K followers. And then by chance, their best friend is this guy with 43K followers who's doing 100K a month. You never know what you're going to find. So you have to do the layered prospecting. And the best clients, like I say, are often going to be in layers 3 and 4. It's not going to be the obvious ones. So if I go on this video here and we click on it, we find Jonah. This is Jonah Invests. He's got 12 following. He's got 9,000 followers. But on his following, straight away, look at all these guys. Investments, Tim Chow, Hudson, Trader, all these guys straight away. And remember, he only follows 12 people. So the chance of me clicking on this guy and finding something good is crazy. But we still did it. And not only that, in the suggested accounts, like I was talking about, we have PB. We have all these guys, right? Obviously, I haven't scrolled along here, but all these guys popping up that are potential killer clients we can make a lot of money with. So that's what that is. Now, next one, method 3. This is the platform hierarchy. So this isn't exactly a method, if you like, but it's kind of a foundational understanding I need you to have. Not all platforms are going to be equal for finding clients. Now, that's not to say that one's better than the other broadly, which I am going to do in a moment, but I wanted to let you know, obviously there is circumstances where this niche versus this niche will have different platforms that are better for them and things like that. But YouTube, for me, it's got the best ROI. It's long form, so there's higher intent and it's best dollar per follower. You can make the most cash with the least views is pretty much what that means. Instagram, it has the biggest pool of people, direct access, you can DM them. I have heard that YouTube is bringing out a DM feature real soon, so if you're watching this later on, you can let me know. Hopefully I'm right, but if not, that's unfortunate. But either way, it's all good. But yeah, obviously on Instagram, you have that right now. You can directly contact people. You can also post in your story and stuff. Just be way more kind of active and just be you. It's not some super created content you have to sit down and record like you do with YouTube. Instagram's kind of more of a casual thing. Everybody's got an Instagram page, even people who aren't creators, right? People you might know from your hometown or your friends. They're probably posting on Instagram too. They're not trying to sell shit. Everybody's on there active. So it's good for volume and it's got the biggest pool of people. TikTok, there's less intent. It's a younger audience and it's harder to monetize. But again, for certain niches, it can still pop off. And you can kind of find, people who are early, if you like. They haven't blown up yet. They're about to. You can usually find them on TikTok because the algorithm's going to push you towards them. Much better on there than other platforms. LinkedIn is going to be mainly for B2B, higher income, slower decisions and stuff, but it can work for the right niche and the right offer. I usually, depending on who we're trying to work with, start with YouTube for quality, Instagram for volume, and then TikTok, like I said, to find any up-and-comers that we can get in with early, and we can even help them curate and do like micro niche content on YouTube, for example. If I can get in at the right time, I can help them build out these other platforms and scale massively. So it is good for that, but like I said, I always start with YouTube anyway. Method 4. This is a good one for most of you lot that I doubt you've heard before, depending on how long you've been doing this. This is Google scraping. Everybody uses these platforms' native tools to search. The Instagram search bar, the YouTube search bar. The problem is, it's got a weird hierarchy on there, of course. It's using their search features, so they use what they want to use. They might base it off follow account or this or that, whatever it might be in their algorithm. Google scraping is kind of wanting a search within Instagram, within YouTube, within LinkedIn, within whatever platform you want, but with your own strategy, if you like. So this is where you can build up a serious lead list and you can control your search a little bit more rather than just plugging in a few words. I'm only going to go over kind of a basic example here, but you'll get the point. You want to search something like site, Instagram.com, and then your niche or the long tail keywords that we spoke about earlier in your niche. Obviously change the search based on the site you want to scrape, because this doesn't only just work for Instagram or Instagram like I've got here. Instagram, X, YouTube, etc. Okay? I'm struggling to get this sorted out. So for example, Instagram.com, dropshipping coach. Now, remember, I told you, do not put a niche. You want to use keywords, long tail keywords and things like that. But with this, it can depend, because you can search on Instagram or YouTube or X or whatever it is for users, for accounts, or you could search for videos or reels or posts or anything. So you can specify what you're looking for, because obviously if you use a super long tail keyword and you're looking for users, chances are that's not going to be in their bio. It's going to be in a video, so it might not come up. So you have to be very smart and understand what you're searching for and then base your term off that. But again, it doesn't really matter, because even with a super basic search like dropshipping coach, look at all these we got straight away. Get rich or get drunk trying, 150k, CEO, Bright Collins, I'm Jay, Ecom Sisters, Mike, Fun Mike, and you see straight away, content creator, dropshipping. These are all dropshipping coaches. And you can do this yourself right now and test it, because I haven't included the bottom of the screenshot. Under this, it'll say pages 1 to 99, hundreds, whatever. Because this gives you everybody with these search terms within their video or their profile or whatever it may be. So you're going to find everyone without having to go through all this stuff. Now, once you've found all these people, you can then go through the accounts using the qualification framework from earlier to make your lead list, and you're good to go. But before I get into the next method here, the AI scraper system, I do also want to let you know, every single one of these methods isn't really a standalone separate thing. I'm not telling you to, pick one of these and use them. Let's say you get to method 4 and you want to do Google scraping. It's something you can literally do and start with right now. Do it, right? Find these people, but don't stop there. You can then still go to method 2 and use the layer prospecting. You can find them technically in layer 1 through the Google search, but then straight away, layer 2, suggested accounts, layer 3, and then you can go to layer 4 and do the deep network analysis. Because not everybody's going to have dropshipping coach in their bio, but a lot of them will. So you find the ones that do, and then you move on from there through the layer prospecting method. And of course, we also just have the manual keyword hacking. You can do that through Google as well. Okay, so I wanted to kind of mention that and make sure you're aware that you can kind of stack these together to get the best results. Method 5. This is the AI scraper system. I've done kind of our old, pretty basic version here, but it's still absolutely sick, and it's something that's going to be kind of wild to most of you lot. But we do have a bit more of an advanced version that we're using internally right now. But until this point, until the last month, this is the system that we've been using for months and months and months to land most of our clients. So I use NAN and serpAPI to automate lead gen. serpAPI is basically just a tool to basically do Google searches. So it's going to all make sense in a moment, because this tool here, it pretty much just allows us to run this process that I've talked about a minute ago, method 4, but on autopilot. That's all it's doing. I don't want to confuse anything, make it sound overcomplicated like most people do online. That's all serpAPI is. It's a tool that searches Google for you on autopilot based on your terms. And then N8N, I'm sure you've heard of it. It's an AI automation tool. You can connect things and whatever else. So all you have to do is get N8N, connect it to serpAPI, add your credentials, then you set the search parameters for your ideal client criteria. So who do you want to look for? What type of client? How big are they? What niche are they in? AI is then going to analyze their bios for the offer keywords, engagement, proof, their niche, everything, and then filter out any bad ones and get rid of them, and then export a spreadsheet of 50 to 100 qualified prospects per week. You can do a little bit less, and you can do way more if you want to. It just depends on your goals. This finds rising creators, clients, everything, or just clients in general in your niche way before they blow up, they make tons of money. So you can get it right in at the right time and print cash with them. And this is how our old version looked. We had an X scraper set up, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn, but it all followed the same fundamental systems. And then as you can see, we build the query in the search, we set out what we're looking for, and then at the end it saves the leads after it's gone through the whole process and scraped them and checked everything out and filtered them. And it also scores the leads too. It saves them to a Google Sheet so we can get all the leads saved like this. And again, we use Notion and Airtable now for most of this stuff, but this is a perfect example when we were looking for traders maybe. Straight away, day trader, you've got Tom Camp, Abdullah, Handsome Kelly, Matt Henry, like all these guys who are traders. Straight away, okay? We've got a golf coach here. But as you can see, everybody is coaches, people that we can work with, people that you can work with. I mean, feel free to DM these people, but I'm sure they've been DM'd a lot before and they're going to get pretty pissed at you. So I'd probably go find your own leads, but you get the point. Now, you can do that on every platform, like I said, and it's going to look something like this. You come into here, you build out your query. Again, this might look confusing. You can do this with AI. You can build it out yourself, whatever it might be. Or to start off with, honestly, my biggest recommendation was start manual, do it all manually, and then once you're scaling, you build a team, you start building systems like we do and we have, you can then start to implement these advanced systems. Method 6, because that's at the end of it, is the fresh feed hack. This is where you create a brand new Instagram account, but this works for every platform, by the way. Instagram's just a good, easy example that everybody understands. Create a fresh account on whatever platform it is, and I only want you to follow, engage, like, comment, everything with accounts in your exact target niche in your ICP. So if I'm going for traders who do ICT, whatever, right? I might go find them all, start engaging their content, liking everything, dropping comments, networking with them, and automatically I'm going to get fed way more people in that niche. Okay? Within 1 to 2 weeks, your Explore page will be full of creators, coaches, consultants in your niche, including hidden gems that nobody else sees. And I would explain this further, but I feel like it's pretty obvious, because I can probably guess right now what's on your feed on Instagram. Make money online stuff, maybe some podcasts, maybe some motivation, maybe some random brain rot, depending on who you are watching this. So it makes sense, and you understand how it works and what's happened, and naturally, based on what you've watched and spent most time on, it's feeding you more content like that. But now all you have to do is make a fresh account and curate your own feed on purpose, scientifically, if you like. And that's going to help you find way more people without having to do some crazy research and strategies, because Instagram's going to throw them at you. They're going to give you it. You don't have to do any work for it because you've built this account and built a foundation. Engage, comment, DM with value, everything like I said. The algorithm's going to keep feeding you new, high-potential clients that you can work with. Method 7, this is the last one. We have community infiltration. The best clients are usually going to be inside some sort of paid group, paid community online, anything like that. So you can go and join school groups, Discord servers, Facebook groups, WhatsApp groups, anything like that within your niche. Go ahead and start providing value, answer questions, build relationships. Look for people sharing wins, asking smart questions, or getting respect from others. Obviously, you can't go join a random community where people aren't growing, they aren't creating, they aren't online, because they're not going to be a creator or coach you can work with. Of course not. But you get my point, right? As long as your niche is in these kind of positions, or even if they're not, right? Even if you're a trading coach, you might buy a content thing, or you might buy from a coach who coaches coaches or whatever. So if you can get involved and network with these people, you've put yourself in a place where you can find a lot of clients, but also you've got way more leverage now to work with them too. But, of course, be careful doing this. Nobody wants these random guys coming into their groups and picking out and sniping people. So make sure you got permission and everything's all good and you're not a competitor of theirs. You've got a different offer and things. You can maybe even make some partnership with the guy who owns the group. All this stuff makes sense, but just, don't do it kind of sneakily behind the scenes. But yeah, like you say, you can DM them about what their wins, offer insights, you can help them build trust, all this stuff before pitching. But then obviously when you do pitch, it's going to be a way easier process. If you want my help implementing all of these exact client finding systems, or want to work with me directly one-to-one to find all this stuff that I went through today, way more strategies that we use as well, and advanced systems like that one automation I gave you there and showed you, we have way more like that. I can help you implement all of this stuff way more to do finding killer clients, run your business, and just build your info agency in general. The link is below. Or you can grab the free training in the community as well. If you want to start using these methods yourself, dive into the deep end to get a bit more education, watch a few more videos, get some of our SOPs and stuff, and obviously interact with other people inside the group who are trying to find clients as well. We do have the free training below. Now, some bonus info I've got here. I don't just want you to chase the biggest names, because that's what everybody does. It's obvious. Go for the rising creators, coaches who have momentum, good content, they've got a killer offer, but they've got poor monetization. I want you to avoid the red ocean. Everyone's pitching the same 10 gurus in the same 3 to 4 niches. Go try and find a blue ocean. Up-and-comers, untapped niches, people with proof but no backend. And I'm going to have a separate video breaking down our kind of complete niche finding process as well, and then how to actually land the clients once you've found them. So stick around, subscribe, and either I'll have posted them already once you're watching this, or I'll be posting them real soon. Stay in touch, keep checking them out. We've got all the source coming, but you can also get it in the free group like I mentioned below. Some essential tools are going to help you this whole finding clients process. We have SimilarTube, which is basically like the Instagram suggested accounts feature like I mentioned earlier, but you can do this in YouTube now. vidIQ is going to help you for YouTube research, researching analytics and keywords to find killer clients in really specific, long-term, super sub-niche places, whatever it could be. And then obviously Google Trends as well, a big one for validating niche demand, finding niches, finding search terms. Some, for example, keyword openers you can use are these problem solution state keywords in your searches and outreach. Use all of these. How do I prevent problem? How can I achieve outcome? I want to result. What's the best way to goal, right? You can take these, make it more specific to your niche, add in your niche's exact problems, whether it's surface level or super in depth. Try both. You can also even give each one of these to AI, train it on your niche and what you're looking for, and have it help you with multiple different killer search terms as well to help you move on. So that's a good point. You need the best long tail keywords, keyword openers, and search terms to find the best prospects. Because if I just type in trading coach, I'm going to find the same bullshit that everybody else is finding. Prospect scoring system. So don't just look at it as like, oh, good or bad, it's green or red. I want you to score every single prospect 1 to 10 on each of these kind of pillars. Number 1, audience quality, 1 to 10. Number 2, content consistency. Are they posting every day, multiple times a day, a couple times a week, once a month? How much are they posting? Number 3 is monetization readiness. Can you move in and start selling shit with them ASAP if you work together? Or are you going to have to kind of build it out, build a funnel for them, help them build content and build their trust? How long is it going to take? Number 4 is their growth trajectory. Have they got momentum? Are they getting bigger? Are they ready to print cash? And number 5, just genuine personal fit. Would you get on with this person? Are they maybe from the same place as you? Similar age? All this shit. And then you only want to reach out to people who hit a score that's at least 7 or over. 25 perfect prospects, for me personally, is going to be way better than 500 randoms, especially when you apply our outreach techniques and our acquisition processes as well. We only want to work with the best of the best, not waste our time with bullshit clients. So, some green flags and red flags I want to mention. Green flags are they're posting, 3+ times per week. I mean, these days, I'd ideally hope even more. 5, 6, even 7+ times per week. More than once per day would be insane. That'd be so great. But some people don't. It just depends, obviously, but that's a green flag. They've got super high story views and engagement. They've got comments asking them for help. They're already selling something. And they've got a very clear niche focus. They've got a clear ICP. They're not doing like a bit of content in this space, a bit of content in this space, and all over the place, because their audience isn't going to have a core pain point. They're going to be very different people. So we want somebody who's got a very clear focus on what they're talking about and what their offer is. But red flags, pure entertainment content. Nobody wants to buy from someone who's dancing on TikTok with nothing really to offer and sell. Inconsistent posting, 2 times a week here, 1 time a week here. They didn't post for a month, then they posted every day. It's a mess. You can't rely on it. Low engagement, they've got a young audience under 18. There's no clear expertise there. There's nothing you can really sell. There's nothing you can monetize. Let me show you what happens when you get this entire thing right and you use the same stuff we've spoke about today. The exact same methods allowed Timek to find a client who he helped generate $138K in 22 days, who he's now done over $200,000 in a month with. Zawa found a client who he helped generate $12,000 in 10 days. He actually helped another client do $92K in revenue as well. Manish found multiple clients and is now generating himself $27K per month in profit, and one of his clients is doing $300,000 per month USD. Tyler found a client who he helped generate $39K in 4 days, and he's now actually helped them. We've just come off the back of a launch doing over $100,000 in a week. And Luca found a client and worked with a client who he helped go from $300 a month to $31K in just 16 days. Dan found a client who he helped generate $66K in 2 months. AB found a client who he helped generate $18,000 in 2 days. I'm not sure why this says 18 days. This is two days, which is insane. And he actually went on to make way more money with him as well in the long run. And Giovanni, who found an Italian creator client who he helped generate $34,000 in just 7 days in 1 week. So stop chasing any creator or coach who replies to a DM. You need to start hunting. Get on your John Wick shit, pull out the sniper. Because if these guys just started working with anybody and anyone who they could, they never would have reached out to the right guy and put in enough effort and enough follow-ups to work with the perfect client and get these crazy results, because they would have been too busy working their ass off for these random shitty creators who make no money. They wouldn't have had time to look for these good killer guys because they're wasting their time on fulfillment and delivering a good offer for people who don't have an audience that can actually buy the offer, wasting their time for no reason. So you need to focus on finding the best niche and the best clients. So you don't need just more prospects and more clients. You just need to focus on getting better ones. Quality over quantity always. So if you want to get results like the guys I've shown you above, all the people we've worked with, and get access to all the stuff I've shown you, as well as our AI and automation systems like you can see here, all of our sales and conversion assets, content and marketing systems, team and operations, everything on top of our acquisition and outreach processes. You also get private Discord channel with me, where me and my team are going to be in there with you working one-to-one. You can even add your team in there too to work with us. The full 15-phase roadmap, we give you every single system that we've used over the last few years to, one, land clients, but then also scale the info businesses up once we're working with them as well. Unlimited one-to-one access to me, direct access, one-to-one coaching calls as well at every single phase. Accountability systems, you get daily KPIs tracking because we want to keep you working hard and getting these results. Milestone races to hit these big numbers and your goals. Public leaderboards, we're all racing against each other. And implementation-based incentives as well. We have a Loom review system where you can send over any asset or problem, anything you're struggling with, and we're going to record deep feedback looms on funnels, outreach, finding clients, niches, VSL, sales scripts, literally anything. You can submit it and I'll record an in-depth video breaking it down for you and helping you with it. And obviously, we can jump on a call afterwards too. And you also get weekly group implementation coaching calls, live coaching sessions with me, some guests, successful students, people at your level, below you, everything. Everyone's in there. You get access to all the stuff that we've used, implemented to land clients, scale clients, hit 100K a month, 200K a month with these clients. If that sounds interesting at all to you and you want to work with me directly one-to-one to implement all of this and move with speed, then go below now and apply. If you are a coach, creator, or consultant yourself and you want help starting or scaling your info offer, or maybe you just have an audience and a skill and you want to start coaching, then me and my team will run your entire backend, kind of the same way that I've spoken about above in today's video. We'll run your funnels, automation, sales teams, ads, content, offer creation, and way more with our advanced systems. We'll implement our full ISL process, start to finish, to get the craziest results like you can see. Then let's fucking run it up. Book a discovery call, links below. Let's get it. Appreciate you watching. Peace the fuck out.